Welcome to Aliceland. Hi, my name is Alice, and today I am so stoked to start telling you about my story like I promised you last week on my birthday. If you remember, you were seeing my board that I was making, and what I started with was health. Today I broke it down for you to show you how I did it. In the beginning it wasn't easy because my exercise was from the bedroom to the living room, turning on the TV and watching one show after the other. Whether it was CSI or Little House on the Prairie, I was hooked on the screen and just watching it. But then I knew something had to come, something had to go, and if I wanted to change my life, I had to start moving. What is exercise and what is health? Well, with health, there are patterns and then there are habits. The exercise that I chose to start with was just simple walking. That was not easy at all either, because I would get dressed, put my shoes on, and just sit at front of the door on the last step. For a couple of days, I didn't even open the doors. Those were the very dark days, but I found the key. And once I opened the door, I started with 1,000 steps a day, then 3,000 steps a day, then 10,000 steps a day. On each walk, I was expanding my consciousness, and I was looking at the trees, and I was looking at the flowers, and suddenly I was feeling happier. So how can I start? Like I said, with walking and just moving. And when I didn't move outside, I always liked to dance, so why not do a little bit of twist at home? Above all, be very compassionate with yourself, because changing is not easy, and the body wants to resist, and the ego will have excuses beyond your imagination. And that's why I put a big heart here. So always love yourself, no matter what, because each moment, each breath, we can change. We have the power, we have the choice, and it is a chance. Suddenly, when I was on the computer, some kind of information about Qigong clicked on me with a phone number. I dialed the phone number and left a message. Then the lady called me, and guess what? I started learning how to do Qigong. And it's a very, very good ancient Asian exercise that will teach you about breathing, about the Qi, about energies, and it's a nice slow movement. So I recommend it to anybody. Tai Chi just followed. And when I was really sore in my back, I looked up a yoga on the computer and found a beautiful lady by the name of Jen Hillman from Texas that does incredible work. And again, I've always remembered to love myself so I could love the whole world. What was I looking in my health? The next point was my finding new friends, because I was so lonely and I was so worried that I will stay alone for the rest of my life. But then I had to ask myself, can I open myself and bring to my life new people? Not always is it easy for us when we are feeling worthless, when we don't know who we are, and when fear is our main factor in our life. I had to ask myself, and I want you to ask yourself too, what do I expect to gain and what do I expect to give the other person? And allow your heart to open. Also, another point is, can I share my story? And do I want to share my story? Because all of us have a story to share. So I welcome you to try this, and these new friends on Zoom, Skype, or whatever, in this new paradigm of life that we are living. Since I've been lying down, either in bed or in front of a television, I had no energy. My poor family had roast at least 3 times a week. So, how did I do with energy? First question was, how do I feel now? And what can I change? Am I eating right? How am I wasting my energy? And am I focused? Did you know that the most energy that you waste is about your thinking? Your mind goes on and on and on, and that is energy. And you know how I did that? I put an elastic on my hand, and on my walks in Phoenix, Arizona, I would bang this little elastic every 2 minutes because I had a timer on. What are you thinking about? Why are you thinking that? And that's how I started journaling. Because if there was a thought that kept coming on and on and on, I put it on paper and I went deeper down to resolve it and see what was the problem and why was it repeating and coming back to me. Number 4 is muscle buildup. Most of you who are chronically ill will understand and know that when you are in a hospital, when you are ill, when you are on so much medication, your muscles, when you don't use them, you lose them. So we need to build them up. And once again, starts with simple walking, positive energy with new people around you, saving energy, and just being happy. What I've learned to find happiness in very small steps. If I actually went outside and I did a 2,000 step, I was so proud of myself, and let's say I bought myself my favorite chocolate or an ice cream. So always remember to love yourself. Have compassion with yourself, because transformation and transitions are not easy times, because we are so used to doing things one way. Whenever you get lost in your thought and in your mind and the ego starts going on and on and on, take a deep breath. Remember, the presence is here and now. And if you're looking for a miracle, let me tell you a secret. You are the miracle. You alone are the miracle. From being, from breathing, from moving, from living. So embrace life. And remember, life is a gift and you can unwrap it each and every moment. So thank you for today's show. I'm so happy to share with you my story. And remember, draw a big heart, because from my heart to your heart. I'll see you next week and we'll start talking about health and our mind.